Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now February 14th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans have been very worried or concerned about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney, and exactly how they're going to be handling the new Disney Plus Star Wars TV series, the new Star Wars films, the new canon, the Star Wars universe in general. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that we do know about the future of the Star Wars franchise is that Kathleen Kennedy thankfully will no longer be involved with the creative decisions of these future movies and these TV shows to come. Now, the thing about this is that they're trying to really reunite the fans. They're trying to save the Star Wars franchise by regaining the lost fans from the sequel trilogy movies, especially The Last Jedi by writer and director Rian Johnson. Now, when you think about everything related to Star Wars, we do know that this brand was a very tough brand for Disney to handle. Obviously, they did have success with some of the films, like Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, that was a big one, and even The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi, though, even though it did make a lot of money, it really created quite a divide among many Star Wars fans. And now that The Rise of Skywalker didn't make as much as they originally wanted to make, you can see that they're trying to make changes now because of all of that. Now, with that being said, what's really exciting is, of course, what Disney has in store for the fans and exactly how it all has to do with creator George Lucas and what he's set to deliver for the future of the Star Wars franchise and how it's going to connect to the prequel trilogy era. Now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker and are moving on to the new Star Wars universe, many fans have been very curious about the future of the franchise moving forward and how it will be handled. It's explained that Disney's plan to reunite the fans is by bringing back creator George Lucas to the table, and that George actually has planned, what he has planned is actually said to excite many Star Wars fans around the world, where one of the big strategies in play here is that George is said to be involved with the Kenobi TV series, given that he has had experience with Ewan McGregor as an actor and that they want the continuity to line up with the prequels. Now, it's noted that one of the big plans for George is to bring back Anakin Skywalker into the mix, portrayed by Hayden Christensen in the form of live action for the Kenobi TV series, in the forms of visions and nightmares and flashback scenes for Kenobi during his time on Tatooine. It's said to be George's idea that both John and Dave will also be working on with him and helping him to bring back Anakin into the story, that will actually move Kenobi as a character during his solitude on Tatooine, and that this plan is to make the series very dramatic. Not just that, but George Lucas will also be bringing back Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader in the Kenobi series, where one of the plan is actually to create an unmasked version of Darth Vader by Hayden Christensen, just as he did before the mask was lowered over him in Revenge of the Sith. Now, this plan by Disney is to create a brand new experience for the fans and to make it a direct sequel to Episode 3 as possible, as much as they can. Not just that, but also a Jedi Purge TV series is currently in the works that George Lucas is actually going to work on in the near future, that's going to be released sometime in a couple of years from now by Disney, that'll focus on Darth Vader being the main villain in the background. Now, what's really exciting about all of this is that you can see that they're really trying to go above and beyond with Star Wars. And what I would say is that a lot of fans would really just, not even think about this back in 2015, 16, or even 17 at that. But now that they are in a position where they really do have to cater to, nostalgia, or they have to cater to some of the fan favorite characters to really make it up to the Star Wars fans who are very much, I guess you could say, upset with how things happened and how things were done with these sequel trilogy movies. So, George Lucas, obviously, this is a very good move. This is a good move to actually have Hayden Christensen come back into fruition as Anakin/Vader. And not just that, but also how George is actually said to be somewhat involved with this Jedi Purge TV series, this Darth Vader TV series, if you will, that's going to include Vader as the main villain in the background, that will be dropped a couple of years from now on Disney+. Now, the thing about Kathleen Kennedy, of how she's not going to have creative control over any of the existing Star Wars projects, like I say, this is a good thing by Disney. This is something that was really much needed even after the release of The Last Jedi. In fact, I think that Kathleen Kennedy should have stayed off of The Rise of Skywalker as they initially wanted to do before they changed their plans. Now, What we do know about Disney is that they are really in a phase of desperation. I don't think that this is genuine, or I don't think that this is like them being very authentic of themselves to be very, caring for the Star Wars fans. It seems like it is a desperate move by Disney and Lucasfilm. And let's just hope that if it is indeed a desperate move, that quality content will come out of that and not rushed content. That'll be a very interesting, transition to see exactly how much of value these new Star Wars projects are going to have. So, with that being said, guys, on top of all of this, let me know what you think about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.